to the superintendent's report.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for the questions and comments tonight. I mean, this feels like it's an ongoing process. This plan is changing regularly. Having every detail mapped out ahead of time is just, with the changing circumstances, we know there hasn't been a problem. So I feel like we have new information for you every couple of weeks, so we're happy to share that. So today, as I indicated, we did have many people back in our buildings, and we've heard about some of the frustrations and concerns, but we've also heard some of the the positive feedback that we heard from people being able to re-engage and connect. And I say re-engage, we want people to understand that we still have to do that very carefully. But I do genuinely believe that having people back in and doing the work is going to be important to everybody's mental health to some degree. And so I want to say thank you to all of our employees, whether they're working in person, as most of them are now, or even if they have a accommodation for some short period of time or they're working remotely. Nothing about this has been easy. And we thank you for contributing to the work of this team. It really is a very strong team, but like every other place in the country, we are, we're confronting challenges we never thought we'd confront. We're doing it together, but it's been a lot. And so I do want to say thank you to everybody who has come back. We had a little over 2,000 students in our buildings today. That's more than we ever had, because we actually had some new students. It was the last wave of the Learning Support Center students were coming in today, the 4th and 5th graders in elementary who were to be in learning centers, and also the children of our employees who were added to those settings today, which is one of the reasons we saw more students today than we've seen yet this year. And then we know in 2 weeks we'll be inviting more in. On another note, today also was the kickoff. We heard a little bit about athletics today, and I know the virtual athletics is something kind of hard for people to get their heads around to some degree, but it is kind of one of a number of activities to help engage our students in some healthy behaviors. We had over 1,700 students registered, and those students will have until 5 o'clock this Friday to upload their data for the first challenge, because what we're doing is these weekly challenges with the athletics. So there's some competition, and students who participate need to upload. And so that's our first one is this Friday, and we will continue. I suspect there's more coming on the athletics front. And so I just want to close with one last acknowledgement. One of the big events that happens every year around this time is the naming of the Maryland Teacher of the Year. And while this year's Teacher of the Year is a young man named Wyatt Oroke from Baltimore City, it is also a time where we acknowledge our just amazing Teacher of the Year. Again, Beth White, all of the finalists, all of the district Teachers of the Year were acknowledged during a really nice event done by MSDE on Thursday night. It was brief. For those of you who've attended it before, this was like none other. It moved very quickly. It was just a touch over 30 minutes. But it did a really nice job highlighting our Teachers of the Year. So this is just one more time to celebrate the great contribution of Beth White and how she represents all of the other amazing teachers in this district. She is a key member of Mr. Davis's Quarantine 5. They are our superstar, all our teacher finalists, Teacher of the Year finalists who've worked together. And so, again, congratulations to Beth. She's a wonderful representative for us. And we will see you all in a couple weeks. Thank you for your questions and your conversation tonight. Have a great evening.
Our next meeting is October 26th at 6:30 p.m. This meeting is adjourned.